So what you probably know is that I record a lot of YouTube content, but what you probably don't know is that AI has been fundamental in bringing me YouTube success. At this point, we've got over 21,000 subscribers. I generate about $1,000 a month through YouTube AdSense, about $1,000 a month through sponsorships, and then other miscellaneous cash consulting that come through. It's become what I think kind of a viable side business. But again, AI has been fundamental in accomplishing this. And today I want to walk you through how I'm using Claude Cowork to grow and scale my YouTube channel, and how it's starting to generate different streams of income. I'm also going to show you how I built an entire marketing funnel from top to bottom with Claude Cowork. What used to take me 3 to 4 hours to do, I can now do in about 15 minutes. And it is absolutely mind-blowing. And I just kind of want to give you a backstage pass and share. If you're new here to the channel, my name is Mark Savant, and I cover how AI is impacting the workforce. And today, again, I know people have been asking me, hey, Mark, can you show me what you're doing and share what you're doing? And so I wanted to kind of switch it up. Normally I'm walking and you see the blue sky behind me, green grass, blue sky. But today I'm going to show you inside my lab what I am working on. So as you can see here, I've got about 2,000 videos on my channel. And, some of my videos are reaching hundreds of thousands of people. And, I just feel very blessed. By the way, guys, I'm trying to get to all the comments. I'm getting hundreds and hundreds of comments, and I love you so much. But it's just hard to get to all of them. And I refuse to use an AI bot. People have recommended to me, Mark, just use an AI bot to respond to your comments. I am not going to do that. If you get a response, it is from me. It's not from an AI bot. So anyway, I want to kind of break this down for you a little bit. So I use Claude Cowork to build out this entire Milanote dashboard here. And this kind of walks you through some of the things we're going to talk about today. Okay, so first we're going to go through how Claude Cowork analyzed the channel, how it's helped me to create like a framework, take the thoughts inside of my head and dump them out into a lead magnet. If you click the link below, you can get my entire framework with the prompts on how you can analyze your channel and start to scale up your channel and create a flywheel. Because the reality is that in marketing and in YouTube, it's not about guessing right the first time. And if it doesn't work, then you give up. It's about creating a flywheel where you can make many tests as quickly as possible to find winning combinations. I'm going to walk you through the 90-day growth strategy. Again, then I'll share the lead magnet, and I'm going to show you exactly how Claude Cowork helped me build out an entire funnel from top to bottom in just about like 10 to 15 minutes. I'm honestly completely insane what's possible now. So anyway, I'm going to walk you through this. So the first thing that I did here is I share my Claude Cowork here, and I'm using Cowork. I'm using Opus 4.8. You can use different models. I used Opus 4.8 through this because I wanted to get the highest quality response. So basically I say, hey, analyze my top performing videos on my channel over the past 6 months. I want to train you on a framework for packaging videos so I can quickly prepare additional videos. We should look for overlap in videos that have great CTR, watch time, subscriber growth. What are the core themes? What are the core audiences? What are the transcript hooks correlating with high perform videos? And again, it goes and it does its work. While it's doing this, I might be opening the mail or answering emails. One of the things that is important with Claude Cowork is that it does require a little bit of touch. So it's hard for you to get into like a deep work mode on another project. So I typically fill it in with other basic, and you can see it's like showing me all the stuff that's doing here, working through it, and then it creates a couple documents here. Okay. But this is the document that it, made for me. So it created this whole spreadsheet, breaking down subscribers, the analysis window, the top 50 videos, long form and shorts. It finds its, the core audience, the top geographies. Again, all of this information. And again, if you want to prepare the same exact thing for you and for your channel, this will work on social media too. If you want to prepare this for you, if you click the link below, you can get my exact prompt guide and framework to make this happen for you. It shows the top performers, long form, short form, hooks and patterns, which I think is interesting. It's finding like, hey, what are these patterns? Who's the key audience demographic? By the way, on this channel, I predominantly speak to men, but why? Why might you ask? And sometimes women will say, Mark, you're only speaking to men. Why do you do that? Well, almost 90% of my audience is men. And the reality is, we need to speak to who we speak, who we speak to. Listen, you also need to be looking at the age group that you're speaking to. In my predominantly, I'm like 35 to 55 is my main group. And this is important because you can use references. I don't know if you've ever watched a show or a comedian before who's kind of joking and laying out names of people you've never heard of. It's not quite as funny. So if, for example, if I know I'm speaking to millennials and Gen Xers, I might be able to make jokes about Pogs, for example. Do you guys remember Pogs? I loved Pogs back in the day. I had this torpedo slammer. It got banned on the neighborhood because I was winning everybody's Pogs. Anyway, certain generations are not going to understand what a Pog is. But if I'm speaking to millennials and Gen Xers, you're probably going to remember the big Pog phase back in the late 80s, early 90s. And then it breaks down the Savant packaging framework. So again, really, really cool, really slick. And not only was this helpful for me to look at so that I could continue to improve my videos, but it allows me to train AI models on quickly and more rapidly creating stories. So like, for example, if I'm preparing for my walk and talk for the day, I can leverage my Claude Cowork to take a key story from Reuters or from Business Insider or from X, and then create an outline script based on the Savant framework. So anyway, pretty cool first step. Okay. And then I go and I say, based on this data, recommend a strategy for the next 90 days to grow the channel through views and subscribers. Recommend topics and topic bundles that will grow the channel. Recommend potential tests to experiment and deepen the channel. Recommend potential topics to test and broaden the topics and news we can cover. Because I do kind of want to expand out of just people being fired. I want to expand out to different things. And by the way, this video today is something that it recommended. Let's test, let's try, let's do some different things. A, and B, you guys have been asking for videos like this, so I wanted to kind of share what I'm doing behind the scenes, okay? So boom, 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 boom. It's giving me a bunch of information. It did also kind of say like, hey, we want to do the named company AI layoff news. That tends to get the most new eyeballs in here, but we need to kind of experiment. We need some more evergreen content. One of the things you'll note on my channel is one of my more popular videos was how AI is replacing attorneys. And I think that's interesting because people hate attorneys. People hate attorneys. So you say, okay, AI is going to replace an attorney. I'm with it. So anyway, there's some psychology that goes into that. All right, let's stay on task here. So it goes through, it finds the whole thing, and I say, hey, I want you to build a strategy doc, the 90-day content calendar. This is great. Now build a lead magnet based on this framework to entice my audience to join a monthly YouTube growth community, which, by the way, is live now. If you go and you download my AI guide for Claude, it'll give you a special invite to join the community, in which case you get to work basically one-on-few with me. I'm going to open it up to about 10 members to start, $100 a month, and you can work with me to grow your influence on YouTube using AI. In any event, that's how we got to where we're at. And so what it did here was it created this playbook. Now, by the way, and I think this is something that people get wrong when it comes to AI, is whatever AI gives you, you just take it and you're like, this is great, I'm going to use this. Well, nope, not so fast. You got to kind of go and iterate. So I iterated on this a few times. It gave me a nice 7-page playbook. Again, it comes with Cowork, Claude Cowork prompts, and again, your special exclusive invite to the community. So again, you can go ahead and download the link below. It's totally free. You can download it, and I think you'll be happy with it. At that point, once I have my framework and I have my lead magnet, I take it to the next level, and I ask it to build out a funnel. And so what I did is I did not even integrate this into my CRM. I use Go High Level as my CRM. And the first thing I asked it to do was create a form, and it created a quick form in there, name, email, and I'll show you what it looks like here in just a moment. And then I said, okay, great. Now that the form is completed, I need you to build me out a email drip campaign. And then add a tag, and then whatever you want it to do. And so what it did was it did exactly that, guys. This process alone probably would have taken me about 30 minutes to an hour to build this out. And look what it did. It said, anytime someone fills out this form, and this is when you sign up in the form below, this is the exact workflow that you're going to be going through. It's going to add a tag so I know where you came from. Okay. It's going to deliver the playbook via email immediately. Okay. and it filled all this in. I had to add this link here. It did not add the link, but this is the link to download your playbook with all your Claude prompts to get your own guide on how to scale up your YouTube channel. It waits 2 days. It sends out the second email. Waits 2 days, sends out the third email, which is the invite to the community. Wait 2 days, send out the fourth email. That's it. It did it all automatically, which, I mean, again, guys, I don't think most people realize what's happened. And again, I had to go in here and double check it. But again, what used to take me an hour, I could do in like 5 minutes. In about 5 minutes, I was able to knock this out, which is, I just think, absolutely extraordinary. Okay, once I had the lead magnet, I had my my form and my email drip automation campaign set up. Boom. Now, where are we going to host this? I said, hey, go into my WordPress page and embed this form into my WordPress page. So you go to marksavantmedia.com/YouTube playbook to fill out the form, first name, last name, email, boom. You submit that, and then you go ahead and you get the lead magnet. Guys, this was all done automatically. I mean, well, let me take a step back here, okay? Because there is, I was watching Tim Pool last night, this podcast that I like, and he was basically saying that AI is going to wipe out all white-collar jobs within the next 2 years, okay? He said 40 million jobs disappeared like that. And then the problems that come with that are, well, then you have a lot of, okay, everything's more efficient and the cost is maybe brought down, or you're more, you're able to produce more, but you just laid off 40 million people. They're not going to have cash to spend. So it kind of breaks the commerce flywheel. In any event, what I think that Tim missed in that, and I think what people miss when they think that AI is going to completely break down society, is that when you get the results from AI, you can't just say, okay, this is great, ship it. And I don't know about you, but there are times where people will send me just like massive documents or with like AI slop. I don't want AI slop. When is the last time you called a company and said, please let me speak to a robot? Nobody does that. When's the last time you logged into LinkedIn and you're like, oh, great, the AI bots are spamming me in my messages? Nobody likes that. Okay. There is a human element that is necessary and is going to be necessary inside of this new ecosystem. Things are going to change, but there is a new ecosystem that is being born, and people are still going to want human growth. And the reason I say that is throughout this process, a lot of the information that's come in is good, but some of it's not. And only by putting it through my lens and my filter and my nearly 10 years of YouTube experience am I able to kind of separate the wheat from the chaff. And so again, we're in an interesting inflection point here where, yes, AI and Claude Cowork enabled me as the maestro, as the conductor of the orchestra, to create this final product. So anyway, I want to share you backstage pass, what I'm doing, how you can use Claude Cowork to scale up your YouTube channel, how you can grow it. And again, if you click the link below, you can get my free playbook where you can use Claude Cowork to scale up and give you a strategy that's going to help you crush it on YouTube. And then for a small price, you can join my community and you can work with me to actually execute that plan and put it through my lens as someone who is having some pretty decent success on YouTube. Guys, I hope you enjoyed today's video. It's a little bit different. If you liked it, put a link, smash the like button, leave a comment. If you're doing something really cool with AI, also put in the link below. I'll give a special shout out to channel viewer Nikos. What's up, Nikos? He comments a lot. I've been on a call with him. Great guy. He actually has a podcast that was being hosted on a hosting platform that would cost him about $150 a year. Not too much. But what he did is he used Claude and AI to build out his own self-hosting. And so now he just saved himself $150 a year to host his channel. His podcast. Again, just another quick, cool example of how AI is empowering people like you and me to save money, while also disrupting the SaaS industry quite a bit. All right, boys, I'll catch you next video. Have a great day. Oh, by the way, if you liked today's video, watch yesterday's video. You'll like that one too. See ya. Peace.